Hello. So, 7 out of 10 people are making this mistake in the service based industry. And you can be a writer, you can be a marketer, you can be a community manager, you can be literally anyone. I'm not going into the specifics. If you are somebody who has clients, you are catering to other people, you are offering a service, then you do not have to make this fatal mistake. That is, not paying yourself every time your business earns. Now, many people will agree and many will disagree. I know that. Listen up. See, I do not want to influence your decisions. I never do that. I just want you to listen to whatever I'm saying. And this goes for all my videos from a neutral point of view, from a neutral perspective, because you are the best person to figure out what is the best for you and what isn't. I can just be a provider of the information. I can be the source of that information. Implementing it, putting it in your life, that is your decision. And I, in no capacity, want to change that thing or I want to drive your decisions. All right. Now, since we have made this clear, let us get straight to the point. Let us understand the whole situation from a real life case study that I personally noticed. So, Mohan is a third year BCom student who is currently pursuing his graduation and he wants to start his marketing agency. Mohan, just like us, is a high goal setter and he was like, whenever my agency thing goes up, I want to make at least 3 lakh per month from my marketing agency. And after sharing his share of problems, Mohan, after a couple weeks, landed 3 clients and he delivered them top-notch services. He literally way over his key responsibility areas. He under-promised and over-delivered. And the clients were happy with this because they were getting the results that Mohan had promised and even they got more than what he actually promised initially. So all of them decided to give Mohan a 20% hike. Not hike, just say like as they were happy, they incentivized him by paying him 20% more. That was the client's way of showing gratitude. So instead of making 3 lakh per month, Mohan's marketing agency clocked 3.6 lakhs in a month. And from here on, the whole story changes. Because I told you initially, Mohan is a high goal setter. And he has 3.6 lakhs in the bank. And according to him, there is no point spending that money on his own self. He wants to put it into the business. He wants to do an expansion. He wants to buy premium tools and a lot of other stuff. And by this point of the video, everyone who is watching it, they are divided into 3 main categories. Number 1 is who think Mohan did the right thing. Number 2, who think that Mohan is stupid, he's dumb, he should have taken his share. And number 3, and the ones I love the most, who actually heard me in the beginning, that they're sitting here from a neutral point of view to gather more details to come to a decision. Now let me know in the comments which category you fell into and be honest. And please write it down in the comment section so I know that you guys actually listen, you pay attention, and it just helps me do better the next time I turn on my camera and try to tell you some stuff that no one else is telling. So please write it down which one you fell into, 1, 2 or 3. Now coming back to Mohan, he did invested all those 3.6 lakhs into the business. He onboarded in-house writers, in-house marketing team, in-house designers, in-house creatives, and literally everything that could be bought with that money in-house. And he started his expansion thing. He bought premium tools. He invested into subscriptions. So he took the whole thing to a next level, and his his calculated risk turned out to be phenomenal. The guy was clocking 6 lakh per month in net profits. Right? He had 5 clients. He was clocking in 6 lakhs per month. And even after paying literally everything to their subscription, to the salaries and other business expenses, he was having 2 lakhs in hand that he could have in his bank account. But what he did was he invested it back into the business over and over again. So what Mohan was doing was, everyone who is helping him make money directly or indirectly, like the tools, the people he has hired, the other outsourced contractors that he was getting, he was paying everybody that was helping him make money. But he himself didn't take a penny throughout the whole trajectory so far. Now for 4 good months, everything went great. The guy Mohan who started his thing as solo has now 10 employees working with him, has access to top-notch tools, and literally he can buy anything that he wants to expand his business. But there is one thing that was going to change everything, and that is, initially, Mohan used to offer a personalized touch to all the clients. When instead of making 3 lakhs, he made 3.6 lakhs, it was because he went over and above the expected expectations of the clients. But now, Mohan is running the whole show. He has to go on meetings. He goes to meetings. He has to take care of his team. He have to provide guidelines. He have to oversee the work that people are doing, and literally tons of other stuff. And personalization is on the back seat now. And due to this reason, 30% of his clients, they just left because they weren't feeling that they are being treated good as they were anymore. They didn't felt like they are being prioritized. They were just feeling like another client. And that is very big factor in the service based industry, that clients should always feel valued when they are associated with you. Now, obviously, you are smart enough to understand what would have happened because his expenses are recurring. He already expanded his business. So the expenses are also expanded now, but the revenue is going down. So he is left with only one hard choice: to downsize, to remove the employees, because he has no other option. How is he going to pay them? Because he himself don't have any money in the bank. It's all in the business's account, and business expenses are still on the rise. So he had to downsize. And this thing took a lot of toll on his mental health, because when you fire somebody and they ask that what is the reason that they are being fired, you have to tell them that what's the reason. And then if you are in a good atmosphere, those people, they open up to you that, okay, I have agreed to pay my cousin's college fees, or maybe I have expenses to take care of, I have to pay my bills, I have to take care of my parents, or somebody is in a very financial crunch and they need the money. This job was keeping them safe. This particular job, like their association with Mohan and working at Mohan's marketing agency, was running their family. That thing was keeping their gases lit and all that stuff. And this takes a toll. Firing ain't easy. Now, if I have to tell you in very simple words, like what I think is that no matter how much your business is making, you should at least take a certain part of income home in your bank account. Now, that doesn't necessarily means like if you are making 2 lakhs a month, you take 1,80,000 in your bank account. No, take a small chunk of money. People always give examples of these billionaires, millionaires and all that stuff. These guys have their stock holdings. If they do not draw a salary, they have their stock holdings. They aren't fools. You are operating on a different ground. This is not the case. Save money. In Mohan's case, if he would have initially, instead of spending all the 3.6 lakhs, he would have taken out those 60,000 into his bank. It would have helped. Because I'm not saying expansion is bad. I'm saying that you should be prepared for the adversities. Because in service-based businesses, problems can come at any particular moment. Right now, if I am shooting this video, I can get an email that will say that we cannot work any longer because of some XYZ reasons, which may or may not be associated with me or not. If you want to expand, make it less. Like in Mohan's case, earlier my guy had a goal for 3 lakhs. He could have invested those 3 lakhs in the business, kept the 60,000 to him for the bad times. Because if you stick with the people in their bad times, they aren't going to leave you in your good times. Of course, if Mohan would have not spent those 60,000 more, he wouldn't be able to buy those fancy subscriptions, tools and all that stuff. But was it worth the wait? Because this situation is like, the expansion is always like cops and robbers. And when you are taking out drawing salary or not, this is also like cops and robbers. Like the cop has to catch the robber once and it's end of the story. The robbers, they have to always escape after doing a robbery. So the odds are naturally higher in the favor of police. And these odds, you have to make it higher on your side in the service-based industry, because this is the only way to succeed here. It is the only way. You have to make the odds in your favor. No matter what is the current situation going on, the odds, you have to bring them into your favor by making decisions that can bring the odds into your favor. Now, the most important question is, do you take salary from your business or not? Write it down in the comment section. And if you are wondering how come this Vaibhav guy knows all these things about the service-based industry and freelancing, watch this video right here where I told you how I made my first 1 lakh after struggling hard for 16 months, and you will know how I know what I know.